On January 2nd, 2006, deep beneath the mountains of West Virginia, an explosion ripped through the Sago Mine, trapping 13 men nearly 2 miles underground. For the world watching, it was hope, then heartbreak, then confusion. Rumors spread, news misreported, families waited in the cold, clinging to prayer and faith. By the time truth came, only one man walked out alive. This is the story of Sago, the disaster, the missteps, and the way Appalachia remembers. The Sago Mine sat near the small community of Sago, West Virginia, a region defined by coal, by hard work, and by deep Appalachian ties. Coal mining in this part of the country isn't just a job, it's a legacy. Generations of miners, fathers and sons, uncles and cousins, carried on the work that powered homes, cities, and industry. They knew the danger. They knew the risks. But danger isn't the same as inevitability. And on that January morning, a disaster tested everything this community had ever believed about safety, hope, and survival. At roughly 6:30 a.m., an explosion ripped through the mine. 13 men were underground. Communication wires were damaged. Rescue teams were alerted. In the hours that followed, miners and rescuers worked with what little information they had, trying to assess where the men were, how badly they might be hurt, and whether they were still alive. What happened next became one of the most controversial and heartbreaking moments of the entire disaster. As the day wore on, the world watched. News outlets reported that 12 of the 13 miners had been found alive. Families embraced, workers celebrated, church bells rang. But hours later, the message changed, and the relief turned into devastation. What happened? Miscommunication between state and federal rescue officials led to an incorrect report being released publicly, and that report was broadcast before it was confirmed. When families learned the truth that 12 had not survived, the emotional toll was enormous. In the end, only one miner survived, Ralph Tripp Shriver. The rest succumbed to carbon monoxide poisoning, trapped in pockets of the mine where fresh air couldn't reach them. For the families, the community, and all who watched, it was a reminder that hope can burn bright and slip away just as fast. More than a disaster, Sago became a mirror. It showed how we communicate risk, how media covers tragedy, and how communities carry grief. In Appalachia, mining isn't abstract, it's personal. It's the dinner table conversations, the Sunday mornings, the names etched on memorials. 2 decades later, Sago isn't just a date on a calendar. It's a story folks feel, a story of sacrifice, families, and the cost of dangerous work. If you found this meaningful, subscribe for more Appalachian history, folklore, and the stories that don't always make the headlines. And if you grew up around miners or knew someone who worked underground, share this with them. Appalachia remembers.